We use social media a lot more now than we ever have before. Some different things that I thought of were Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, Tumblr, Bitstrips, Kik, GroupMe, Google+, LinkedIn, and I'm sure there's more before. But in the educational aspect of it, I think that any of those could be used to help students to get them more engaged, to have more meaningful learning, to keep in contact with them, have them more having more meaningful conversations with each other. But the problem, I think, is how you do it and the time you put into it, and that's why I haven't actually done a lot of these. I've had a Twitter for my students for about 3 years. I never did a Facebook because that's not cool to the kids anymore. Their parents are on it now, so they don't want to be on Facebook anymore, so I didn't do that. I thought about using Instagram. I thought about using Kik. I actually had started a Kik, but it got a little weird. I got some weird friend requests and messages, so I got off of that really quick. But with Instagram, I thought it would be really beneficial for kids to use, especially because of the pictures. It's really hard on Twitter to answer their questions in a mathematical sense because you have to write the equation, you have to write down the steps, you have to show your work, you have to show your thinking, and it can be really difficult. So I thought with Instagram they could take a picture of the work, I could send a picture back with edits on it that I had made, or I could send a video. So those are some things that I had thought about doing, maybe even with Vine too, but those are only 6 seconds, so that doesn't really work out too well. But it just takes time. That's been my only problem, is that it's difficult for me to come up with creative ways to use it, innovative ways to use it, because it's just normal everyday use. It kind of gets mundane and you don't really think about it in terms of in the educational setting. So I guess I haven't put forth the effort of thinking about it, but I think that all of them can be used educationally. We just have to use them in the right way. You have to be safe with it. You have to make sure your kids understand the risks and the benefits, how you're going to use it, what they need to use it for. They need to be intentional with it. And so you can't get lost in all of the other things. We don't want to spend 5 hours on Facebook every day when they're already spending 5 other hours on Facebook just doing nothing. So you have to be really intentional with what you're going to use it for and how you're going to use it and make sure that they understand it.